Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are tying the polar bugger for steelhead in the spring and fall. This is tied on a 7x long streamer hook with a pink tungsten bead in the front. You can tie this on shorter hooks, that's fine, but for the video right now we are using a 7x, and that seems to work wonders for me in the springtime and the fall for steelhead. So we're going to tie in some 6/0 thread towards the rear. We're just going to wrap that back to about the hook point. And we will be tying in some purple marabou, okay, for the tail. You want to grab a piece, grab it by the tips, and then kind of get your fingers wet and get rid of all the little guys there. We want that at least hook shank in length back, if not more. So we're going to tie that in with a little pinch wrap and just a couple of gingerly wraps around. And the reason we do that is to cut off this excess and also not get any of these smaller ones stuck in the thread. And now we can secure it in. And we want to wrap that back to about just before the hook barb. Okay. Now we will be tying in some crystal flash. This one is a rainbow color. And we're just going to tie in 2 pieces, one on either side of the marabou. You can tie in more if you'd like. We're going to tie one in on either side. Cut off the excess. And then tie in another piece on the other side. There we go. Nope, that one's not cooperating. Just going to unwrap that for a second. Sometimes you get some ones that bend on you. There we go. Secure that in. Now we're going to be tying in some polar chenille in hot pink. Okay, this stuff's great with this long hairs. Now, using such a long shank hook, make sure you clip off enough. And we're going to tie that in just on the rear there, back to the tail, and then wind it forward. We're just going to stop just short of the tungsten bead there. Now we're going to palmer this. As we wind it back, we'll pull it back with our fingertips. And that's just so we can get these polar hairs palmering back, pointing towards the rear. Nice tight wraps. And if you'd like, you can stop anytime you want, midway or whatnot, and just hold it down and give it some brushing out. Pull those fibers out, or you can do that at the end. You'll get quite a few of the hairs stuck between your wraps. You can wait till the end to brush it out once you tie it off, which is fine, and you can also do it at the end once the fly is finished. Now with this streamer here, you can swing it, dead drift it, strip it in. It just really gets the aggressive nature of the steelhead kicked in. So really you can do so much with this streamer. Fish it any which way you'd like. The steelhead just seem to get irritated by it. Just take your time. Enjoy the tying process. It's a very simple pattern. Right about there is where we want to tie it off now. And we'll just secure that down with some wraps. I'm going to pull back a bit, make sure it's nice and secured. And now you can go ahead if you'd like to brush it, or we can brush it at the end. It is your call. And it's pretty resilient stuff, so you can use the rough part of your brush, or you can just use the comb to brush it out. Okay. And now we're going to grab some strung rooster. And with this strung rooster here in purple, actually it really doesn't matter on the color for my point, but it is very thin stems, so you want to be careful. We're going to tie this in from the tip, and just the pressure at times of your thread will cut the rooster, and you just want to nice easy wraps. Okay, be careful where you're cutting this. Try to give it another secure wrap, but sometimes it does come off, sometimes it breaks. So we just want to be careful with that. And this could break, it has broken on me before. So just be careful on the first wrap. You don't want to pull it back just yet. Now you want to kind of brush those hackle fibers back. And we're going to give it about 3 to 4 turns. And don't worry too much about some of the hackle being pointing forward, because we can secure that back with our tying thread. Okay. Again, a very simple pattern. Okay, so now we're just going to pull some of that back. Give it a nice little collar there. And you see how much space we have between the tungsten bead and the hackle. Don't worry about that. I'll show you later what we're going to do with that. Now we're going to grab some red and do exactly the exact same thing we did with the purple. Okay. And just want to get it prepared. I like to pull off where hackle pliers are going to be, just like that, and then we'll pull down from the tip and tie that in. Again, nice easy wraps. We don't want to cut it. And one more secure wrap there. Grab your hackle pliers and just be very careful as you're winding this on the first wrap, and now you can start stroking those hairs back, those fibers back, the hackle. And that is enough there, and we'll secure that in there, winding your thread forward through the hackle. And be very careful as you clip it. And now we'll just take our fingers, pull it back, and secure that where we get those hackles pointing rearwards. There we go. That looks good. Now we'll grab some polar UV dubbing in pink, just a little bit. And we're just going to put that on our thread. And we're just going to give it a couple of winds there. Perfect. From this point on, pretty well done. I'm just going to whip finish this. Now you can take your brush, kind of get all those hairs that are stuck. And there is a lot, so you can take your time with this. You can also use both sides of the brush. Don't worry if you get stuck. Stuff's pretty, like I said, resilient. Looks good there. Drop a head cement on the top. Drop a head cement on the bottom. That'll soak through. And there you have it. Polar bugger for steelhead in the spring and fall. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next time.